Thank you for being here. I'm Romana, and today we're going to talk about whether you have to decide for just one creative output if you want to be good at it, or if you can work on more than one or enjoy more than one. This topic has always kept me thinking, doubting myself quite a lot. And so I think this could also speak to a lot of other people. That's why I wanted to pick it up today. So we hear oftentimes that if people don't specialize, they will never be really that brilliant at something. But are you the person who started, for example, to play the piano when you were 3 years old? And all you ever did was playing the piano? Or did you discover something about yourself, about your own creativity, about what you want to express much later in life? So if you're the second, part of the second group, then it's more likely that there is more than one thing you want to try out creatively. Maybe it's learning an instrument. Yes, you can learn an instrument even if you're an adult, even if you're 60 years old. You can still pick up an instrument. You can still start learning to use your voice. You can still start learning how to draw things, to paint things, or however you want to express yourself. Yes, you can still do that. So please, please, please don't stop yourself from that just because you are too old. That's never true. The question is more, why do you, what is it that wants to come out of you? What wants to be expressed, and in which ways? And you probably tried one thing and then you figured, oh, I would also like to try out. So if you started, for example, with singing, and now you would like to learn the cello, like I did a year ago. And well, I have, if you want to know clearly, I started to learn instruments when I was 6 or 7 years old. So, but I always loved instruments, and I have had a very long experience with instruments. But none of them was really the instrument I've felt that I was super talented or I wanted to practice many hours a day or do something professional with it. But there was one instrument I've always loved, always, and it had been on my bucket list for so many years, and that was the cello. I always cry when I hear a good cello player. And last year I turned 40, and that's when I thought, okay, maybe it's really the right time to start to learn cello. So I found a teacher, and I've been working on learning the cello since then. I still feel like I'm sort of a beginner, but I've made quite some progress because I really enjoy it. I enjoy it so much, and even though it's so hard for me and I feel so clumsy most of the time, but I focus on those notes which are good already, and they become increasingly more because I love practicing. I can't practice for many hours. I can practice now for something between 30 and 40 minutes, but I can practice, and it gives me, I have 2 children, I have a husband, and I have a full-time job, and this period of time per day gives me my me time. That's what I call it, and it makes me happy, and I feel like I achieve something, even if it's just a little passage in a piece that I managed to play better. Maybe it's just learning the notes of a new piece, where I think, oh my god, at the beginning I will never be able to play this, and then after practicing it for a few days, suddenly I can play it, and it works, and the progress is so obvious. But that's not the only creative outlet that I have. It's just one of my newest ones, I would say, because As some of you might know, I'm an actress and I'm a filmmaker. I write and direct films. I also write and direct stage plays. And yeah, I've write music for my, but that's where I use my voice and I play on the piano. Not very good, but at least I can do it. And that's not the point. It's again not the point to be the best at it or something. I do it for myself because something wants to be expressed. When I first started writing songs, they were, I mean, when I look back at them, I'm proud of them. I'm not always in the mood to sing them again or play them again, but I'm still proud of it that I started it, and with every song I became better. And some songs just come to me like out of nowhere, and some take a bit longer. They need a bit more patience. They need a bit more caring. And then when I hear the songs in my head and I can't get rid of them anymore, then I know it's right. You know, it's not about being perfect. It's not about being, you know, making it right. It's the right, what is right, what is really right. Right is when it resonates with you. You're not, the first audience is you, nobody else. So if it speaks to you, that can also be, of course, a painting. It can be a sculpture. It can even be a recipe that you're cooking, something you create out of ingredients that you find in your fridge, but it's not following a specific recipe that you know. You just create something. But if then you enjoy that meal, you think, oh yeah, that's something I created. That's creativity. And you don't have to decide for one thing. That's not realistic, actually, in my opinion. And everybody is creative. It's absolutely not true that there are people out there who are not creative. I don't believe that. In some aspect, everybody is creative. And probably it is in an area of accounting where you have to solve something creatively. Get it? So don't stop yourself from trying out things you've always wanted to try. Maybe you can do a little exercise. This is a bonus thing. I didn't really think about that before I started the video, but maybe you can do that. Write a list with 5 things you've always wanted to try out. Just that. Write it down. And then look at it. Maybe you want to stick it somewhere where you can see it. Don't do anything with it yet. Just do the exercise. Write down 5 things you've always wanted to try out. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. If you enjoy my content, please feel free to push the like button and subscribe to my channel. You will get videos like this regularly in the future on a, I think, weekly base, probably more, we'll see. Depends on what else I have to do, because as you know, I am open to whatever wants to be creatively expressed by me. We'll see each other very soon. Bye bye.